Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, damsels and dingbats, to another episode of the Pirate Caribbean Hunt. This is going to be another update video, meaning that it's not just going to be me talking to myself for half an hour as I play the game. Instead, what I'm doing is as I play the game in real life time, I will take a moment and stop and record something that I deem is important or interesting, and I will explain to you what's going on and what I have been up to since the last time that we played together. So if the video is super edited and seems a little jumpy and out of order, that is what is going on. Now, I did manage to get a lot done since our last video, so you're going to see a significant change not only in the ship that I'm using during the gameplay, but also in the areas that I am journeying. Just keep that in mind as you watch this video. It's probably how I'm going to make the rest of the videos for this series, because it's just logical to me that you don't want to watch the same thing over and over again. So I'm trying to break it up and make it variable for you. So without any further ado, enjoy. Seems to me the last fight I was in, I was rescuing... No, what was I doing? I think I got attacked by pirates while I was delivering goods between ports. At any rate, when I sunk the ship, or when I captured the ship rather, it told me that the pirates had a treasure map, the first one I've seen in this game so far. And it took me a hot minute or two to realize what they were talking about, but actually, if you look down here, you can see I now have a treasure island on my map. Now, I have no idea what that means or how to use it, but I'm going to see if I can't sail over to it. I can't sail to it from where I'm at. Let me pay my crew here. Let me see if I can sail to it from here. I most assuredly cannot. Alright, let me look up and see what this is all about. Okay, so it says I have to free sail there. Now, I've never done that before. And I'm supposed to sail to the closest port and then manually sail down there, but I can't dock at that port. The closest I can get here is Cabo de la Vela. Alright, I bought the map to Hispaniola, hoping that that would permit me to get down to the treasure island, but it just looks like it opened up a bunch more pissed off Spanish ports. So I think the next thing I'm going to have to save up some money for is the Spanish pardon. But for now, I really would like to know how to get to this treasure port. I keep hoping that I'll get intercepted along the way, but it's not happening. Alright, well, I was trying to find a way to get into free sail like here, and I ran into a snow. Now, I'm in a brig, which is a third rate. I think the snow might be another third rate. I'm not sure. All I do know for a fact is that it's got 20 plus guns on it, and I want that ship. Now, if I can antagonize him to come my way, doesn't look like he's interested, so I may have to go to him. Oh, here he comes. Oh shit, here he comes. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to do to him, to capture him, what I did to capture my first brig. I'm gonna try to soften him up a little bit. Now all I gotta do is kind of steer him into that lot. I wish I had more barrels on me, but I don't. Go ahead and fire on him a couple of times to keep his attention. Don't want him to miss. Did I just blow up one of my own barrels? I didn't know you could do that. Alright, come on, buddy. Straight into the barrels. I want you softened up just a hair. Good boy. Oh, that may be too much softening. Oh, shit. I'm not sure how this free sailing works, but I am free sailing now. I may have lost the snow to my own over-eagerness, but I am at the open sea now. I've got my compass. Now, according to the map, I'm here. So I need to go north and hug the shore and come all the way down. And I don't know if that's actually how this works, because I've never done this before. But we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. First of all, we need to turn in towards the mainland here. I'm heading east. I need to head northwest. I need to go in the complete opposite direction I'm going now. So I'm going to go ahead and sail for a while, and then we'll check in on the map and see if, in fact, I did it right. Because, well, let's just hope I did it right. Alright, well, it looks like I do not own the world map south of Cartagena, down in here. So I'm not going to be able to get this treasure right now, but when we have the map, we will go check this out. If I find another treasure map in a part of the world I do own, we will definitely take a look at that. But for now, we're just going to have to hold off until I get this chunk of the map, which I'm not sure what that is, but we'll find it sooner or later. Now, I have reached a high enough level that I've managed to get quite a few of my skills open, and I discovered that this ferryman skill here, which pays you for picking up people and delivering them to other ports, and this smuggler skill, which allows you access to running certain goods from ports to boats out in the water, they actually net me considerable amount of money. So for the smuggler missions, you can see these icons out here, and if you click on them, you'll see that these guys, for example, want oil, and they're willing to pay 24 coins per unit. So what I do is the port that I'm in, I go into the market, I find oil, and I can see that they're wanting a lot less to buy it than it is to sell. So I buy, and then I select the smuggler icon as if it were a port, and fast travel out to them. Now all you have to do is stop in their circle and they automatically pay you, and they take the cargo. There's no transfer needed. And yes, I found out if you're lucky enough to find both a smuggler quest and receive an in-port transport quest from somebody, you can take them both. See here, I just dropped off this cargo and then went straight on to deliver the passenger to the port, and I made good money. I've made so much money doing this, in fact, that I've been able to do a considerable number of upgrades to this brig I have. I don't know if you can see it down here, but I've actually got a ram that promises to do a decent amount of damage when I strike head on another ship. Let's see, what else do we have here? Hold expansion. Sure, I'll take that. Might as well take the second level one too. I've got the money. Big cabins. Okay. Anything else? Close. Reduced by 5%. Yeah, why not? I mean, this is what I mean. I've made good enough money that, and the upgrades are well worth it. In this little clip, you can see that the ram, when I finally managed to hit somebody with it, actually does a rather significant amount of damage, like almost as much as one of my broadsides would. Now, it did take me a while, but I eventually did also save up enough money to open up the bit of the map where that treasure map was. And I figured out how free sailing works. When in a port, up in the upper left, you can see a globe, like the Earth, and it says, if you highlight over it, it says free sail. So if you click that, you actually leave the port in the ocean map where we are now, and you can actually travel free. So then it's simply a matter of using the compass, figuring out where you are in the map in relation to the treasure area, orienting yourself, and heading in that direction. Now, it was a reasonably long haul, sail, trip, voyage. It was a reasonably long voyage. I mean, it didn't take hours, but compared to, traveling from port to port in fast travel, I mean, as you can see, I had to fight the wind to get in the direction I was going. There were other ships flying past to get to port, but eventually I did make it to the Treasure Island. Now, as a side note, on the way there are, I did find some loose cargo, like wreckage, in the ocean. I found a couple planks here, some cannons there. So, if a person had the patience, it might be a decent way to make money to just float around out in the ocean outside of these ports and see what you can find. I don't know a lot about treasure hunting and stuff like that, but I mean, this may be another one of those aspects of the game that I'm just, I haven't figured it out yet. Now, if you stay true to your course, eventually you'll find a treasure island, which, other than being an island, and at some point one of your crew members shouting, "Hey, a treasure island!" There's really no way to distinguish it from any other island. I was looking to see if I could find like a special place I had to dock or interact with, and then I noticed this little search for treasures button down here, and when I clicked that, this is what I got. Now, I was expecting a more complicated minigame, but this is really a simple process. Up in the upper left, you see symbols. You have to find 3 symbols. And you don't actually have to really look around for them. You just point yourself in the direction of, until you see the little circles. And whilst it doesn't do anything, you can't manually control your character. You have to click the little arrow on the lower right. And then you turn the camera until your little circles lead you to the next point, and you click the arrow. And you turn your character, and you click the arrow. And then, when you're finally at the last symbol, you click the little shovel. And as you can see here, I got 500 coins, 28% blueprints for 38 cannons, junk. Junk, of course, is a kind of ship, same tier as mine, I think, maybe a tier up. I'll have to look. I don't know how to use the blueprints yet, but I know that it's got something to do with the shipyard or something on one of your home base islands. So when I discover what that's all about, I will discuss that with you in depth, of course. I think this episode, though, the biggest update I have is that between bouncing around, trading goods, running all of those little side missions, selling goods from my base ports and whatnot, I managed to save enough money to buy this frigate. Now, the frigate is a tier 4 ship, whereas my brig is a tier 3. I've actually got 2 of these frigates now. I took this one out to kind of test it out to see how good it was. It's really slow. It's got a decent amount of hit points, sail hit points, crew, and guns, but it is very slow. I haven't got any upgrades for this yet, for either of the frigates. I've got one sitting down in one of my home ports. I had a couple corvettes down there that I captured, but I'm slowly replacing those. The plan is I want to get 4 of these frigates, and then I will go ahead and go attempt that next storyline mission. I strongly believe in overkill. So this frigate, like I said, it'll probably be much better once I have the upgrades. But my biggest problem with it is how slow it is. So I do still use my brig mostly for making money because she's fast. And one of the things I like, since I'm still being caught mid-route by pirates, I'm still struggling with needing to get away in a hurry. I've realized that fighting everything is not the answer. Sometimes your best solution is to get the hell out of Dodge. And that brig's pretty quick. Like, she's outrun everything I've come across so far with all of her upgrades. The frigates are a heavier class ship meant for battle, but I can't run from shit. So maybe once I get her upgrades in and she's optimized, she'll be a little bit better, but that's still going to be a little while until I can tell. So now something else I learned, since I just thought of it, I have opened up a considerable number of maps, and each new area of the map actually unlocks different kinds of ships. So the only reason I was able to buy this frigate is I happened to unlock an area that introduced the frigates. So then I just had to have enough money to keep my eye out in port, the different ports I bounced between, and I was eventually able to find these. Now, luckily, I've also got a lot of my pardons, so I would say all but one of, I think it's the Dutch or whatever they are, I don't remember who they are, but one of them still doesn't like me too much. I haven't bought the pardons for them yet. None of them like it when I smuggle, when I do the smuggling runs, so I still have encounters with them from time to time, but most of them are not intercepting me halfway through a trip or, you know, a side hunt or anything like that anymore. Usually it's just the pirates. Alright, for the last half of this episode, I decided I'd go ahead and walk through with you exactly how I make my money. It's not a complicated process once you get the routine down, but to start, there are a few steps you want to take care of. First of all, in the port you're in now, let's make sure our cargo hold. We got some stuff here we can sell. So I'm going to go ahead and sell this. Now, there's nothing, there's no deals in town. The sailcloth is selling poorly. That's why it's orange. If it were green, that means it's selling good. You can also see on the map what is selling good because it's highlighted in green, and what is selling bad because it's in red. So what you want to do is you want to go to a port that has something that's selling good. Once you get to the port, the first thing you want to do, other than pay your crew, is check to see, open your map back up and see if there are any green smuggler quests available. If there are no smuggler quests available, check your local quests. Sometimes they'll have a quest that says, we need you to bring us these goods. If you do not have either of those quests, then you're going to go ahead and go into the market and find the item that brought you to this port in the first place. In this case, you see how it's green? Oil is selling for 9 coins apiece. So we're going to fill our cargo with oil. Then we're going to go to our map, and we're going to find another location nearby that has something else good for sale. So we'll sail back to Santa Fe because it's got cotton selling well. Set sail. Check our map. Still no smugglers. Check our quest. Still no quest. So we're going to go ahead and sell. You see now the oil's worth 12. So we're making 3 coin per oil. So we'll sell off all the oil and we'll grab the cotton that brought us here and we'll fill up on cotton. Check our map. And it looks like gunpowder's going good over here. So we'll go ahead and hop over here. And we will sell off the cotton. We will check really quick for smugglers. There is a smuggler. Alright, so the smuggler wants rum. Then they're willing to pay 34 coins per unit. So we're going to go ahead and check the price of rum in the port we're in. Rum's only 19, so let's load up on rum. Let's go drop this off. Once we've turned in the rum, we're going to go ahead and go back to port. And we're going to check for our local quests. Just an escort quest, I'm not interested, so we're going to go ahead and pick up this oil. Now we know the local quests in these three, none of them have any transport quests. So we're going to go ahead and go to Havana. And then checking local, no smugglers. Checking here, nothing interesting. I mean, it's all money, but it's not part of my normal routine. So we're going to pick up the spices. And then we're going to sail. You know, we've been working this area here. Let's go ahead and go north. Let's go to Tampa. Set sail. Check local for smugglers. No smugglers. Nope. And sell the spice. Pick up the oil. And we'll move our way down to... We'll go to Melbourne, because Melbourne has something decent to pick up. You could go to one of these to sell your items, but if they don't have anything decent to pick up, you want to try to avoid going between ports with an empty cargo hold. It's really hard to make money if you're not hauling anything. Okay, now see, their item changed. So my cargo hold is already pretty full. There were no smugglers. And he wants to pay 150 coins for a trip to Merida. So since I already have a full cargo hold, I might as well take this. So we'll go ahead and go here. Now we're probably going to be intercepted. Seems to happen to me on the longer runs repeatedly. There's nothing wrong with running. You don't lose your ship if they can't catch you, even to these smaller things. There's no reason for me to attack him because my cargo hold is full. Now, if I do find myself bouncing between ports with nothing in my cargo hold, it might be worth my time to engage him, because when I kill him and he drops that cargo, I will be able to pick it up and I will actually have something in my hold to sell when I get to the next port. So we got 150 coin for doing the run. They're willing to buy the oil at full price here. And there's tobacco. But remember, no smugglers. There's no quests here. So we're going to go ahead and fill up on the tobacco. And find another area that's got something good to eat. So we'll go to Chetumal. Pay my crew. Check for smugglers. Check the quest. Skillful captain who can avoid the customs authorities is needed to deliver tobacco to Coro for 53 coins. Now, this is an interesting situation. I've got a cargo load full of tobacco, but it's only selling for 24. I can get twice as much for carrying it further. Can I pick up more? I can pick up more while I'm in town. So I'd make, say, 22 gold for selling each unit of that. And this one is on sale. I think normally I would pick up some of this, but since I'm specifically going to be doing a run for tobacco, I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. We're going to make sure we accepted the quest, and we're going to make the run. As you can see, we've already made a couple thousand gold just in the brief amount of time that we've been doing this. And as you can imagine, the more you do it, the more routine it becomes, the faster you're going to be. Now, you note the situation here. There's no deals. There were no smugglers. There's no quests. So I'm going to have to hop somewhere where it looks like there's a good deal. So I'll go ahead and go to Maracaibo. Now, that's one of those situations where if had I been intercepted, it would have paid to have taken the time to sink that ship and take their stuff. But that was not necessary, so we're going to go ahead and load up on the sugar. And we'll head back to Coro. And that's pretty much the routine, heading from port to port. What's the smuggler want? The smuggler wants rum. So we'll go ahead and sell off our sugar. We will max out on rum. And we'll go ahead and go deliver the rum. Pretty repetitious, but it makes really good money. And you get experience for traveling. When you if you take the time to notice, when you travel between locations, you get experience for traveling. So that's beneficial as well. That's another reason why I leveled so quickly over the last couple of videos. It's just all of the bouncing back and forth between ports that I do. You're not risking really... Oops, shit. Overshot that because I was talking. Anyway, as I was saying, you're not really risking losing your ship because you're not doing a lot of combat. And if you're smart about it, you can outrun most anything. Now, I think we might be in trouble here. Did they pay for this loot? They did not. Now we have another boat coming, so I think I have to take care of this boat, this naval vessel here before... And you see, yeah, he's getting ready to... He's splitting. Oh, there's a couple of them. So, yeah, apparently your deals can go south. If you take too long, these guys show up. Now, these guys are in... I'm not sure what they're in, but I might be able to get me some... Nah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Now, if my cargo hold wasn't already full, I might have stuck around to try and sink them and take their stuff, but that is not the case. We're probably going to lose a little bit of money on the rum, but that's the price you pay for running smuggling business, I guess. Now, that does bring up an interesting point. And I've gone over this briefly in the video, I have a ship in each of these ports. So every once in a while, I switch towns. You can only switch to a town if you have a boat docked there. So I switch to the town, I change to the warehouse, and since I have the winery or the brewery or whatever, and the farm, I have rum and cotton that I can sell for a little bit of extra cash. Then I just go down here. I go over to the next one, switch towns, and I do the same thing. So yeah, between those techniques that I just showed you, you can make money relatively quick in this game. And I probably have enough money, if I were to go looking, I could probably buy another frigate now. Easily, maybe 2, if I can find a good deal. No, I don't want to set sail. So, yes, I just wanted to show you really quick how I made the money. I know the video was a little bit redundant, but I made it over the course of 3 or 4 days, and I got the best content I could for you. But we are out of time for this video. I'm going to go ahead and keep playing and see if I can't get these frigates lined up, and next episode we will go see if we can't take on the next story mission. But for now, as always, I have been your host, DM Renevion, saying stay safe, have fun, I'm out.